the quali or no? Oh, that's weird.
On holiday.
On holiday. Welcome to the Bahrain International Circuit here in, of course, Bahrain. And I'm here this weekend for the World Endurance Championships finale race. It's the last race of the 2024 season. There's a title to decide in the hypercar class. It's going to be a wild weekend. And this weekend, I'm going to give you a behind-the-scenes look of what it's like to cover a World Endurance Championship race as a motorsport videographer. If you're new here, my name is Mark Urban, and I travel all over the world filming car racing for drivers, manufacturers, race teams, sponsors, all kinds of different things. I've had the pleasure of going to numerous different places to cover all different types of racing. My bread and butter is sports car racing, and the World Endurance Championship is the world's top level of sports car racing. So I'm going to head inside the circuit now, get set up in the media center, and the first thing I have to do is the safety briefing for photographers and videographers, and it starts in 3 minutes. So I need to get in there and do this briefing, or I won't be allowed to shoot this weekend. So first off, the lockers in the media center here are brand new. They have like a digital lock. You put your own key code in. And I would say this is probably one of the nicest facilities that we come to. Amazing media center, great AC. They feed us. It's fantastic. And having lockers, I've talked about this before, is life-changing because I can just build out my entire camera rig and leave it here every night. I know it's gonna be safe and secure. And also in Bahrain, theft isn't really something we have to worry about very much. It's pretty secure here. So I'm quite happy to just leave everything here and then just walk in every day with my backpack. It's great. Of course, then the final day when you're leaving and you have to take all of your stuff with you is not fun, but it does make the days in between pretty great. It's actually Halloween today, so fittingly the bag of the day is on brand. It's vampires. Happy Halloween. So I've got the tabard now, or the vest. They say tabard, I think it's a really weird word, but yeah, basically have to wear this trackside. So they know I'm allowed to be where I'm supposed to be. These are actually really nice. They're kind of hot, obviously, because they're black, but they have all kinds of pockets and stuff in them, which make it great to hold a water bottle and all kinds of other things, hold lenses. Then I also have these stickers, which go on my cameras. It's like a credential for your camera, just to say they're like authorized to be capturing video. So just stick those on. They're kind of big though, so I tend to just cut them because they're really designed for big broadcast cameras, which none of us are really using, but yeah, so fitting these on a smaller camera is a little bit tough, but I'll just chop these up and stick them on. Got a great one.
Was it planes as well as?
I didn't see any planes. No, I got one taken off down there though. It was sick. An army chop. You got the best job ever this weekend. Hang out. Drive a few laps on Sunday.
Hang in London in 10 degrees or come out and enjoy it.
Exactly. Well, hello. As you probably noticed, we're about halfway through the first session here. I'm just hopped in a media shuttle. I'm going to head trackside now. I did the first 45 minutes in the pit lane, so I split the 90-minute session. I wanted to get both pits and trackside in this first session, so I have some stuff for my edit today. I should have mentioned earlier, I'm actually shooting for Ford through an agency from the UK. Same gig I've had the last couple of WEC rounds and hoping to continue next year. So I'm doing all the social media video content for the Ford Performance channels. So we'll do like some edits today and tomorrow, some short edits, and then they'll get like a full recap at the end of the weekend. Nice 16:9 video for YouTube, and awesome like long form recap, which is like my bread and butter. So looking forward to that, but I'm just gonna get dropped off here by this awesome media shuttle driver and do some trackside shooting. One of the things I've learned in my years of doing this is that
you have to move quickly when you're trackside. You might think 90 minutes is a long time, right? But you have to move quickly and get as many shots of the car as you can, because at any moment they could duck into the pits, sit there for 20 minutes and work on the car and tinker with it. And that's, you know, lost time. So when the car is on track, you need to be getting as much as you can. Well, that's FP1 finished, and I'm pretty happy with that. It went pretty well. Got a lot of good stuff. Would have been nice to get a few more laps trackside. The cars were in and out of the pits a lot, but I kind of maximized what I could, so happy with that. I'll be back out again tonight. I think I might do the whole session trackside and just try and get a lot of nighttime stuff while I can, because there's going to be quite a bit of the race at night. About half the race or more will be at night, because the sun sets around 5 o'clock. In fact, actually, yeah, 5 of the 8 hours are going to be at night. So if I can get some more night stuff, you know, during practice, it's a little bit less that I need to shoot during the race, where I can kind of focus on maybe being in the pits a bit more. So I might do the whole 90 minutes tonight, trackside. But I'm gonna do some day to night transitions. So I got kind of the first half there. I talked in detail about day to night transitions in a vlog a few weeks ago from the Petit Le Mans practice day. Again, they're kind of overdone, but the numbers, man, they do so well when they post them. So we're gonna keep doing them, because, you know, we're kind of in a world where, as much as we want to do like the coolest content we can, what's also really important is engagement and numbers on social media. So you kind of are somewhat of a slave to that, you know, post what does well. I will say I do really love being at the circuit here in Bahrain. Warm climates are not my favorite places to visit. I'm not a big desert guy. I'm not a big beach guy, but the circuit here is wonderful. It's very well maintained, well put together, beautifully lit at night. They take very good care of us. Like I said earlier, it's one of the nicest media centers. So thank you to the Bahrain International Circuit, BIC, and thanks to them also for helping us get into the country with our gear. A lot of restrictions here in Bahrain on bringing professional equipment into the country, so it has to all get checked through customs, but they actually met me when I got off the plane and took me right through, so it was amazing. So thank you to the Bahrain International Circuit for that. I'm gonna head back to the media center now and sit down and do some editing. We've got about 3 and a bit hours until the next session, so lots of time to get some work done. And it's been really great working on this gig on behalf of Ford, because like I'm only shooting 2 cars. So I'm just like, you know, making great content for, you know, basically one team with 2 cars. I'm not like stressed out and crazy shooting for 8 or 9 cars like I usually am at some of the other races I do. So nice to have somewhat of a simpler gig, albeit one where I still have to make, you know, very high quality stuff.
Editing done, jumped in the shuttle, and now we are back trackside for FP2. We're just inside the hairpin, which is like turn 10 here at Bahrain, with the tower behind me. But unfortunately the tower, you can barely see it because it's not lit up. So that's not great. We were really hoping that this would be lit up nicely, like that building back there is that pink building. But yeah, so dealing with that. Hopefully it lights up soon, because that makes the shots look really nice. It's not very nice when it's dark, but it's a cool spot. You can get nice and close to the cars. They're going pretty slow, but hopefully we can get a little bit of brake glow, maybe would be cool. And then I'm going to start here. It's 90 minutes. I'm going to work my way back to where I was for the first session, so I can get the second half of those day to night shots and just get some artsy stuff. You know, it's good to get ahead now on stuff that we can use in the race. I know it sounds like cheating, but we do use a lot of our practice footage for, you know, things that happen during the race in videos, because there's only, you know, I'm by myself, I can only shoot so much, and I spend a lot of the race in the pit lane getting full speed pit stops. So if I can get a whole bunch of trackside stuff here right now, then I don't really have to do it during the race. When it's nice and dark near the end of the race, when I want to be in the pit lane and getting that reaction near the end. So yeah, gonna get this session underway, and I'll catch up with you guys shortly. Let's go 4 inside. There. Yeah. Yep. Yes, perfect. Thank you very much.
running a full course yellow, but I found some chairs trackside, so I figured I'd just pull up a seat and have a chill for a minute. Now we're on the outside of turn 10A, and I love this spot here at Bahrain because you see when the cars come into the hairpin there, they're going super slow. So from my vantage point, I get an amazing extreme close-up. And because it's a hairpin, their drivers are turning the wheels super hard with their hands. And if they're wearing lightly colored gloves, you can actually get an amazing shot of them turning the steering wheel as they're coming around the corner. So if you're a driver and you want cool shots of you in the car, wear white gloves. Or be like Valentino Rossi and wear really cool, like, electric yellow, greenish gloves. Or don't do that, because that's Valentino Rossi's thing, and that's for him and him only. All right, well, I just got scanned out of the track. It's been a little while since I updated everybody, but yeah, I got busy at the end of practice there, got back, got all my editing done, sent off the reel, sent off some clips, got the day to night transition done. It's about 9:15 now, and I'm headed back to the car to go back to my hotel. It's about a half-hour drive back to Manama, because, racetracks are always kind of in the middle of nowhere. There's always traffic here in Bahrain, especially on Thursday night, which is their Friday, because apparently a lot of people come over to Manama from Saudi Arabia to go partying. Because Saudi Arabia is just over the bridge. It's not that far of a drive. And Saudi Arabia is a dry country, and Bahrain is not. So I've actually heard people refer to Manama as Saudi Vegas. So not looking forward to the traffic in Manama, but looking forward to getting back to the hotel, having a shower, and going to sleep. So to get up early tomorrow, I want to hit the gym at the hotel and then get here at a reasonable hour. Luckily, the sessions here, because the race is late, it ends at 10 p.m. They have the sessions for practice and everything a little bit later, so FP3 tomorrow's at noon, which is pretty fantastic. So even with the half-hour drive, like if I get here at like 10:30, it gives me plenty of time to get set up, get my stuff, and get in. But I'm gonna hop in the car now, head back to the hotel, and we'll see you all tomorrow. Well, good morning, and with the magic of editing, we are back in the media center. Slept pretty well last night, despite the fact that people on my floor were pretty loud at the hotel because they were all up partying pretty late last night. There's also like a youth athletics tournament going on here, so there's a lot of teenagers running around, doing the kind of dumb stuff we did when we were teenagers, so whatever. Can't really be mad at dumb kids for doing dumb stuff, because I was a dumb kid once. But yeah, looking forward to free practice today. We have final practice session. It's 1 hour instead of 90 minutes, so a little bit shorter. And then we'll also have qualifying, which is split into segments this afternoon, like with regular qualifying, a hyperpole. Gets kind of confusing. Sports car racing is pretty confusing. But yeah, I'm just going to go and grab some breakfast. They have an awesome breakfast here for us. They've actually been serving meals in the media center, which has been amazing. I'm going to grab my stuff out of the locker, get my desk set up, and get this day rolling. Baked beans, the Brits will be all over that. Is there toast for them, or potato croquettes? Need some more scrambled eggs with spinach. There we go. I just realized I forgot to tell you guys, the bag of the day today, the Haribo bag of the day, is Star Mix. It's a classic, but it's different in every country. There's different stuff in it, depending where you go. So I think the best Star Mix is in France, but this is Star Mix bought here locally in Bahrain. So looking forward to this. The vampires yesterday weren't my favorite, not my cup of tea, but yeah. Why don't I give you a little tour of the desk though while we're here. I've had a few people ask me in DMs about like the screen that I use and everything. So basically, laptop is here. I have this like roost stand to kind of just push that up, so I'm not hunching down all the time. I have like this computer sort of at eye level, and I've just got like a Logitech keyboard, Logitech mouse, bring a mouse pad with me, gotta have a mouse pad. And then the screen here is literally just like a $150 screen that I got off Amazon. And it's not the best quality screen in terms of color and everything, but I literally just use it for scrubbing through clips. So I just like pull everything into Premiere, and I can just go through and quickly have a nice big visual of all of my clips when I'm scrubbing for when I'm putting clips on the timeline. So it's really helpful. Just makes life a lot easier. I was using an iPad for a long time, which is still a great option. I use it actually at Petit Le Mans because we didn't have as much desk space there, and I kind of planned for that and didn't bring the screen and just used the iPad. But then there's some other places like Indianapolis where I've had so much space, where I've had all of this stuff here, and then also had the iPad, and then I'll usually have like the football game on the iPad because I got to watch the Lions while I'm away. They play the Packers on Sunday, by the way, and they're going to destroy them. I should say the paddock setup here in Bahrain is absolutely fantastic. These beautiful villas on the opposite side of the actual garage where, you know, each team has a villa and the drivers can eat in there, the teams can eat in there, they can hang out, do their physio and all that, and then just walk across this short promenade and they're over at the garage. And this is the garage entry right here. And why am I waiting by the garage entry, you might ask? Well, I'm waiting for the drivers, and drivers are notoriously slippery characters, so you have to make sure that you go to a place where you know the drivers are going to be, and they have to come by here to get into the garage, so I'll be able to get a great shot of them as they walk in. Yesterday I followed them in with the gimbal, just kind of walked behind them, and I thought it looked pretty cool. But today I'm just going to film them from the front, maybe do some hero slow-mo. In fact, Ben Barker's actually on his way right now, so I'm going to stop talking to you guys and do my job. Morning, Ben.
Hey, man.
How you doing? There he is. Stayed in the pits, we're at one driver change. Now we're gonna head trackside for a little bit and get a few trackside shots and maybe come back and finish up in the pit lane. Oh my God.
Oh no.
It's Alexa.
Oh my God, it's Mark Urban.
What's
How's
up?
life?
Fantastic, how are you?
I'm great. It's really hot out there. Has anybody told you it's quite warm in the
There's a
desert?
nice breeze though.
No, but like, it's just not in the pit lane. Here,
No.
it's delightful. That's why I'm sat, I'm supervising.
I wasn't gonna
Okay.
go trackside, or I wasn't gonna go to the pits. I was like, I won't wear my fire suit. And I was like, if you're gonna film them getting ready, you might as well put your suit on, and I'm glad I did. But
Yeah,
it's gonna be a little bit toasty.
it's a wee bit toasty, but it's
Yeah.
not as bad as Kota, so that's good.
True. Coda, I think, was the worst
Kota was pain.
I've ever been. Today, I feel okay here. So,
Miles.
all right. Well, I gotta go. See ya. So where I'm shooting from right now might seem a little bit strange. A lot of people would see this and say, why don't you go down there where that guy is and shoot through the photo window? Well, I could do that and I could get a great shot of the car. But I can also get a great shot from up here, even with this fence in the foreground. In fact, when you're shooting GT cars like the Ford Mustang, here at Bahrain, it can be really tough to make them look like they're going fast. This is an F1 track. It's really for high downforce cars. Like, the prototypes look great around here. They always look like they're going fast. And as much as the GT cars are going fast, to our eyes watching it, sometimes it doesn't look like they're going fast. But if I can put that fence in the foreground and shoot a longer focal length, it can really help with the illusion of an extra sensation of speed. It just makes the cars look like they're going faster. So that's why I'm standing here and shooting from this, kind of weird spot. Alrighty, back in the media center now. I've had my lunch, I have my coffee, so I'm ready to go. We've got about 2 hours, so we need to go out for qualifying, so I'm gonna get some editing done now. But it was a good session, got so much stuff, really happy with how that went, got a whole bunch of stuff trackside, and managed to get, drivers getting in cars, wheels going on. They did a practice pit stop, so that was fantastic. So pretty stoked on that. Got some great stuff with the crew working on the cars as well, which is always great. So I did my interviews yesterday with the Ford drivers, so I kind of had in my mind remembering sort of some of the things they talked about. It's always a good idea to do those interviews earlier in the weekend. Like, they might not have as much feedback because they obviously haven't done qualifying or anything, but when you're just asking sort of more generic questions, like we are, pretty surface level questions for our pieces, you can get the answers from the drivers and then think in your mind, okay, what did they talk about? And then you can go and shoot those B-roll pieces. So you can go shoot that B-roll that you need and then and this makes the edit like that much easier at the end of the day. So I'm going to start editing today's short recap reel, like a 20 to 30 second piece. I've got the music picked out already, so just need to chop that up. Hopefully I can get everything else I need during qualifying, but for now, it's time to edit. Qualifying here in WEC is actually split into 2 sessions, so they'll do like 15 minutes, and then I believe it's the top 8 advance to like a hyper pole, so like a Q2 if you're used to F1, and then they like do a shootout for the pole, and then it's cool, it's good for the fans. They get to watch extra cars on track, and you get a little extra session of guys going really fast on fresh tires and low fuel, so it's fun for everybody. So I'm gonna head into the pits now. We'll get this qualifying session started.
A few moments moments later.
Not the best qualifying there. Neither Ford made it to Hyperpole, so that didn't really give me any reason to keep hanging out down there. I did go down to see my buddy Kamui Kobayashi, because usually he does qualifying, but he's not today. He's on holiday. Nick DeVries is doing it instead. But just heading back to the media center now. Hypercar qualifying still going on, but I don't need to shoot it. So just go back to the media center, finish up my editing for the day, and see where we're sitting after that. It's pretty early still, 10 to 5, so pretty simple day, honestly. Yeah. Not that bad. I mean, it's not really the most exciting vlog, is it? When there's like no crazy strife going on and everything kind of just goes easy. But hey, we'll take the easy days when we get them, honestly. We have a lot of days that are just craziness and running around. So, you know, it's been actually nice to have a somewhat sort of relaxing weekend so far. So we can head back to the media center. We'll get some editing done, then we'll check in a bit. All right, well, we lock everything up for the night. Not a bad day in terms of editing. I think I'm fairly happy with what I did, but I mean, on my own worst critic, I'm always thinking that I could do a better job and that the video I made sucks. So, but yeah, you know, they're happy with it, the client's happy, and you know what, once I watch it again, like I'll see it posted on Instagram later and I'll watch it and I'll be like, oh yeah, it's good. It's just something when when it's in your edit software, you're just not really like, it's not, I don't know, it's weird. And then for some reason, I didn't switch over to the vertical editing space. Like I just wasn't thinking and continued to just use like a regular 16:9 editing space when I could have had a bigger screen and everything. I don't know. Feeling a little off my game on the edit, not sure why, but yeah, just kind of strange. But it is what it is, you know. That's it for the day in terms of video editing, but I'm going to continue my day with a little bit of leisure time. There's actually an open running session, so I'm going to go for a run on the track. So if you've watched some of my vlogs before, you know that I'm an avid runner, and I like to go running on the racetrack when I can. If you check out my Strava page, I've run all kinds of different circuits all over the world, so it'd be cool to add the Bahrain, or the Sakir circuit here in Bahrain to my Strava map archive. So I'm going to go do that, and then I'll catch up with you guys after. Hello again. Just having myself look at that, a Canada Dry club soda. It's like they knew I was coming. I like the other side though. Very cool. I love seeing a lot of the different packaging here where you see the writing in Arabic. It's really cool. Just, I don't know, just looks cool to me. Because to me it's just some designs. I can't read it obviously. But excellent day. Was feeling a bit down there, like I said before, that I wasn't really doing a very good job. But then again, I watched the video again. Went for that run, really cleared my head. It was nice. The run was good. Wonderful track to run. It's got some elevation, but it's nice and easy climbs. There's some nice downhill. I blew by some Alpine mechanics that were running, so felt pretty good about myself there. But yeah, not bad. You can see the map right there. Look at that. It's cool. I've been trying to run on as many racetracks as I can over the years, gonna make even more of an effort to do it next year and try to run it every single one that I go to. Sometimes it's tough because there's only one open track walk and I need to be like shooting during it or have to be somewhere else. So it's nice when we have this sort of open running session in the WEC the night before the race. They do it at pretty much every track. So it's cool to get out and run the circuits. Obviously some are more challenging than others. Spa, very difficult. But yeah, I'm gonna head home or head back to the hotel now, have a much needed shower, desperately need a shower. And yeah, gonna be back first thing in the morning. I think the autograph session's at like 11:15, the race starts at 2, so I'll probably get here for around 10. Get loaded in, get set up. I should say if you've watched this far, you're clearly enjoying yourself. So if you're new here, please hit subscribe. Really appreciate that, and hit the notification bell so you'll know when I post a new video. We will see you all tomorrow morning.
The next day.
Good morning. It is race day, and I figured what better way to start race day than doing, of course, the very important Urban Video shower review. So let's review the shower here at the K Hotel in Bahrain. And folks, I'm gonna tell you right now, this might be the first like 10 out of 10 shower that we've had. It's amazing, right? We've got we can go inside. Okay, so we've got a closing door, okay, with nice rubber pieces on it, and it's nice tight fit to there. All the water stays inside the shower, which is what you want in a shower, right? And in this part of the world, you know, in the Middle East, you can get a lot of that sort of like weird half shower thing where it'll basically be like the bathtub here, where I'm just like hanging my running clothes to dry. And it'll just have like a small piece of glass that goes to about here, and then you turn the faucet on and water gets all over the floor, no matter how hard you try. but this shower is amazing. It is kind of like this is cold, and then, so basically here is like almost unbearably hot. So I don't know how hot this thing gets, but the pressure is amazing. Yeah, this is a 10 out of 10 shower. It is fantastic. So yeah, I think this is the first 10 out of 10 that we've ever given here on the Merba Video Shower Review. So I'm just getting ready to go to the track now. I'm all dressed, had my breakfast, had my healthy cereal. Folks, how I stay fit on the road. I have my healthy fitness protein cereal, and now I'm just gonna do my little exercises that I do pretty much every morning to cheat death for the day so I can survive. I had a back injury years and years ago that kind of flares up every now and then, so it's important to take care of my body, especially with as active as I am and how much we're on our feet all day. So do my exercises and then pack up my stuff and get ready to go to the track. You always need to make sure that you have the correct snacks with you on race day. So we, of course, are bringing a real food bar. That's always, you know, a nice healthy option. Then also just one of these one bars, birthday cake flavor. There's nothing real in this. It's pretty wild that you can make a bar that tastes like birthday cake. But yeah, and then the healthiest and most important option is, of course, this bag of Haribo cherries. That's the bag of the day today for race day. You gotta have energy when you're out there, folks. So that's why I eat Haribo. But I don't actually eat an entire bag of Haribo every day. I might have 5 or 6 out here, and of course share this with all of my buddies in the media center. In fact, they just kind of help themselves. They don't even ask. But hey, if I can spread joy by bringing Haribo to the people of the media center, we'll do it.
Morning. Thank you. All right, down at the autograph session now, grabbing a few shots, doing some hyperlapses, some different stuff, just playing around. I don't use a lot of stuff from the autograph session. It's not super exciting to have shots of, you know, drivers signing autographs, but I'm just hanging out in the shade right now because it is so hot today here in Bahrain. The air is so stagnant, very little wind, and it's just, the sun is beating down hard. So I'm just going to chill for a bit here in the shade and then head back to the media center and get reset for heading to the grid. Now here in the WEC, if you want to go to the grid before the cars are parked, you have to wear a full fire suit and a helmet, and then basically stay in that fire suit until you're able to go back to the media center and take it off, which means you're wearing it for hours while you're shooting the start of the race. And in the heat today, that's not going to be fun, but I've done it many times, so it is what it is. I'm probably going to do that. I'm debating not, but if I don't put the fire suit on, then I can't go, you know, on the grid early and get the cars rolling up, which is a cool shot. So might just bite the bullet and sweat today. So drinking lots of water, hydrating. I had some electrolyte mix this morning. I had an amino acid mix, and now I'm just like chugging water like crazy to stay hydrated. I've been hydrating all week. Make sure if you're going to the racetrack, you know, in the summertime or here in the Middle East, to be hydrating in the week leading up to the event. Don't just start drinking water day of. You're already probably dehydrated. So the preparation starts nice and early, and it's good to be in good physical shape. It's tough to do this, you know, if you have a hard time getting around, because it is a lot of moving, a lot of walking, a lot of you know, standing in the heat. So it's not the most enjoyable working conditions, but hey, the best job in the world, so we manage. Always something interesting happening down on the grid here when we're doing these races in the Middle East. We're doing like a traditional ceremony down there. There's a falcon going around. There's all kinds of cool stuff. So pretty busy here on the grid walk now, but getting a few shots, got the cars rolling in. Just gonna really take this time to sort of grab some color and some different stuff. You know, people enjoying themselves. There's Skippy, legendary Australian photographer. It's a great time. I'm good. I'm energized again. I'm feeling good. I'm very sweaty, but I'm feeling good. I'm really looking forward to the start of this race. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Last WEC race of the year, and really I only have one more after this. Just have one more race at the end of November, and we're pretty much done. So I'm feeling good. It's gonna be great. I was a little down on myself last night, but I'm feeling a lot better today, and really looking forward to the start of this one. And just having a great day, making cool content, filming awesome race cars. Like I said before, it's like a bad day doing this is still a great day because it's the best job in the world. So I'm going to finish up on the grid here and we'll see you folks for the start. We're about 1 hour in now. I've been in a few different spots on track. I'm on the driver's left of turn 6 here to go down the hill behind me. This is the spot to be for sunset, but I'm realizing it's not quite good enough yet. We need the sun to be about lower. Maybe in about an hour it'll be good. But I might end up hopping in a shuttle and going back to the media center for a bit, just dumping my footage, and then hopping another one and going back out for the sunset. I was hoping to do some pit stops in the daytime, but I don't think that's going to happen. I need to prioritize shooting sunset. We have so little of this race during the day. As much as this is an 8-hour race, it goes by so quickly. Because it starts at 2 and then the sun is down by about 5 after 5. So you've got to really use that 3 hours, shoot daytime, shoot sunset. And then all my pit stops are unfortunately going to have to be at night. But I did get a couple pit stops during practice. Some practice ones I can kind of cheat into my recap video. So that'll be all right. We'll make it work. So gonna do maybe a few more shots here, and then when the next media shuttle comes, I'm gonna hop in and go back to the media center for a bit. Definitely a hot one out there, but surviving. I'm gonna quickly eat this plate of carbohydrates because it's all that was left. They were taking the lunch away and I basically ran behind them and was like, just give me whatever's left. So I'm gonna quickly eat. I'm dumping my cards right now, and then I'm gonna go back out and shoot the sunset. Checking in now as golden hour winds down. It's been pretty good. Didn't go where I thought I was going to go. Didn't go outside of 6. I went to 13 with Nick right here. And it's been amazing. You have the orange dot from the sun. It's been unreal. It's an amazing backlit spot to get the cars coming at you with the sun. There's the Ferris wheel there. There's the dome thing that kind of reminds me of Star Wars for some reason. And yeah, it's been pretty mint. I'm very happy with the color and the sky and everything. It's a long way to travel to come to the Middle East, but my God, we're rewarded with some of the most amazing sunsets and sunrises you can possibly imagine. So yeah, it's been pretty amazing. We get back to shooting what we call blue hour here, which is a really good time to shoot your nighttime stuff. So I'm gonna get going with that, and I'll check in with you guys in a bit. Pretty much back where we started, just on the other side of the track now. Outside, sort of on this front straight here. Pits are down that way, walking sort of the opposite way of the track. We're gonna see if we can, there's this big patch right here, I don't know if you can see it on the camera, where a lot of the cars are dragging the splitter on the ground, or not the splitter, sorry, the diffuser. Much like you see an F1 car. Just like that car did as it came by. So hopefully we can catch some of these sparks on camera. We just hit the halfway point of the race. There's 4 hours to go. I'm basically gonna get these shots and then spend most of the rest of the race in the pit lane. Welcome back to the media center. We did the sparks thing for a few minutes, and then I think I got 1 or 2 that are okay, but yeah, that's really dumb and really hard, and yeah, forget it. I'm going to transfer some footage now, just dumping the cards. Once I'm done that, I'm going to put on my fire suit and head down to the pit lane. I'm actually just looking at the live timing on the WEC site, but the internet's kind of slow. It's loading right now, but you can actually look at the stint times, and you can kind of figure out, doing the math in your head. The blue one just came in, 77 Proton Ford, so I know that that car is probably, and the 88's in right now, so that actually gives me some time. So I know I have about 50 minutes until I have to go to the pit lane to get those. So
I'm actually going to just start editing then and just get ahead on some editing because I have a lot of editing to do after the race, and if I can get it started now, I've already actually started cutting up the interviews and stuff for this longer recap, so if I can do that, at least pull some selects and whatnot, it gets me that much farther ahead. So just take a breather. I've had a lot of water. I'm very hydrated. Just had a granola bar, and I think they're going to actually serve the dinner shortly, which would be amazing. So yeah, good day though. Fortunately, the Fords don't really seem like they're in it at all. They just don't have the pace at this track, unfortunately. It's still a new program. They're developing the cars, so we weren't expecting a lot in the first year. They did have a podium at Le Mans, though, and had the blue one, the 77 not broken down at Le Mans, probably would have won the race. So, just got to try and make cool content and make something memorable, despite the fact that it's not the finish that we were looking for. But that's part of my job as the content guy. So I'll get to a little bit of editing, and we'll catch up with you guys when we get back to the pit lane. Well, quick update for you. We're unfortunately down to just one car. The 88 Ford unfortunately had some sort of failure. We're not sure exactly what the problem is, but it had to stop on track. There was a little bit of fire under the hood, so Jim Marco jumped out of the car and it's been retired from the race. So down to one car, just 77 left, but still out there fighting hard. So had some body work had to be replaced earlier, so it's pretty far down the order, but I'm going to finish the race. It's the spirit of endurance racing. It's an accomplishment just to finish these really long races, And this has been a really tough race. There's only been, basically that was the second yellow flag. Other than that, it's been green the entire time. So it's definitely been, it's been quite the fight out there. But yeah, I'm going to head back to the media center now because I just shot the pit stop. So that means I've got about 50 minutes until they're going to come back in. And then I'll come back, shoot another pit stop. I think I have all the night stuff that I need between what I got earlier and what I got the other night. So I'm feeling pretty confident about the amount of night stuff that I have to do my edits. So I'm not sure I'm going to go trackside again. Of course, the plan always changes with me. So I could go trackside again, but I don't plan on it at this point. But we'll see what happens. So my day's finished. There are 43 minutes left in the race, and both my cars are out. They both broke down. Actually, the same spot on track. They even got trolled by the director of the broadcast with a split screen. So, unfortunately, mechanical issues on both cars. So, easy night for me. I'm going to start editing now. Got my interviews to recap things, and I'm just going to start editing and then be out of here pretty early. I don't think I have ever had a scenario like this. I think it's the first time ever I've had none of my cars finish a race in my career, so that's pretty wild. But yeah, none of my cars finished the race. Great day from Urban Video clients. Well, here we are on our way out of the track less than 2 hours after the race due to the unfortunate outcome of the race for the Ford Mustangs. So yeah, not great outcome, but hey, decent day at the racetrack. Got some really great stuff during golden hour. I had a good time. That's really the main thing, is like I'm very privileged to do something that, I enjoy and that I'm passionate about. And, even a bad day at the racetrack still beats, a great day in most places. So pretty happy with how everything went on my end. Started editing the recap. It's not due for a couple days, but I got good headway on it. I'm gonna head back earlier. I was gonna stay to finish it another couple hours, but I'm gonna head back now and get some sleep because I've just been asked to shoot the rookie test tomorrow. So the day after the race in Bahrain is the WEC rookie test. So Ford's gonna be running some drivers in that. And I'm now going to cover that for them and do a little bit of content, which is kind of cool. I'm here tomorrow anyway, hanging out actually until midday on Monday, because tomorrow night there is the big WEC end of season party, which no, I will not be vlogging because what happens at the party stays at the party. But it's just a great shindig they throw for us to, hand out the awards and everything, and thank everybody for being part of the championship. So looking forward to going to that and going to the rookie test tomorrow. So, but yeah, thanks so much for everybody for watching. I really appreciate, everybody coming along. We're really close to 3,500 subscribers. So awesome that everyone's enjoying the content, and, it's great. It honestly means a lot that people are watching and enjoying it. I've had people sharing it on Twitter and stuff saying, hey, check out this person's vlogs. Like it's awesome. So really appreciate everyone following the channel and leaving comments and liking and all that. It's it goes a long way, and it's cool to make content and share what I do with you guys, you know, because I'm very fortunate and very privileged to do a job that I absolutely love, and it's something that a lot of people wish they could do. So if I can share it with people, you know, and give them some insight into what it's like, and, you know, bring a smile to people's faces, you know, that's what I want to do. So thanks again for watching, and once again, signing off from the tunnel here at the Bahrain circuit. We will see you all in the next one.